Let's talk about part 2 of my inspection. So we'll do this. Inspection part 2. All right, what the heck, Colin? The second part of your inspection? Like, you should be able to do all this in one. Well, let me tell you, it all kind of does run together. But the first part, we've got the homeowner with us, and then I say, all right, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you guys can go back inside. I'm gonna take all my measurements. I need to like focus on this, otherwise I'll mess it up. And you know, we don't want any of that. We don't want to agree to a price today and then tomorrow it's a different price because I made a mistake. So give me like 15, 20 minutes. I'll make a couple laps around your house and get all these measurements, all right? So lap 2, I guess. All right, we did 1 lap with a customer. Now inspection part 2. I'm gonna go through and get all my measurements, all right? And as I'm doing all of my measurements, I'm taking really good pictures of the house and drawing on where my gutters, my downspouts are going, making it really, really, really clear what we're doing so I can show the customer this when I go back inside. This is where we're gonna put gutters and this is where we're putting the downspout, making it super clear. So clear that they can follow it and so that my technicians later on can follow it as well, all right? So it's a super simple part 2, but so many people rush through this and they just take all the pictures, they don't edit on it, right? Measurements, and then draw on gutters, all right? We'll put that on here. So I do that right then, because if I get back in my car, well, A, if I don't draw it on, this is huge. How am I gonna show the customer where everything's going? There's gonna be a little hint of confusion. There's a little bit of doubt. And I don't know how the law works, but if there's a reasonable doubt, you don't get convicted, right? And if there's a reasonable doubt, they're not gonna buy your gutters today, all right? So we need to make it crystal clear, make it so simple that a 7-year-old can understand what's happening. And that needs to be our lens when dealing with the customer. So we make it really, really simple. We handle it right then while we're walking around taking pictures of their house so that we don't forget to do it later on. Easy enough. And now our technicians have a very clear plan of what's happening, how they're gonna do their job, and they can go conquer Mount Everest every single day, all right? So that is the part 2 of the inspection. Do a whole walk around, clear photos, all the measurements, and rock and roll. This will help you start winning bigly because there's no more reasonable doubt with your customers. See y'all in the next video.